Hi, it's Danny Beck with the web channel searching out the wisdom of Jesus in the gospel and the parables. Um, let's just stick with me to the end. That's where the message is buried. Um, the Years ago, I was in the military, and there's many stories I told about how they taught us how to cuss real good and trash talk the other platoons, and and also about one of the soldiers there. I will call him Clarence, but he was quite a character because he had a nervous ticket, and he was nervous a lot. Everybody seemed to make him shy away, and a big inspection in Clerico's locker is a total mess, and I had mentioned a few things to him. He needed to do this or that, but he pretty much was kind of oblivious to making it happen. When the captain came up for the inspection, he came up to Clerico, and Clerico was doing that usual kind of a twist and kind of a tick that he has, with nervousness. And the captain says, uh, you know, uh, uh, Private, his last name, he says, um, the female seal, when she mates, the female seal comes up and bites the male seal right on the nose as a sign of affection. And he says, Private, I am not a female seal. And everybody just laughed at that comment. Anyways, he didn't really point out a lot of faults that Clarence had. Instead, when he came to my locker, he says, Private Beck, your appearance is impeccable, but I have to wonder why you couldn't find a way to help Clarence over here. And that was a reliable eye opener to me that, just being responsible for myself wasn't enough. So now we look at the parable of the bridesmaids that are waiting for Jesus. 5 are said to be wise, and 5 are said to be foolish. And it's up to us to determine who's who, because at one point these wise virgins decide that there may not be enough oil to share with their oil with the so-called foolish virgins. And we know that there's a wisdom of God and there's a wisdom of man, and they're opposed to each other, or if anything, they're opposite of each other. And you have to say, well, Jesus was talking about spiritual wisdom, and if you believe that Jesus was talking about spiritual wisdom, then you'll do what the scholars did and almost have to rewrite the whole parable in detail uh, to point out and justify and cover for Jesus when he said those people who didn't share were actually spiritually wise. Or you have to disagree with Jesus and say, well, how could he call them wise when they didn't share their oil with the 5 so-called foolish virgins? And I had a conversation with the AI about this very point, and that there is a difference between worldly and godly wisdom. At any rate, I think that the so-called wise virgins really could have done more and not sent the foolish virgins off into the dark. However, I do believe that these people, the 5 on one hand and the 5 on the other, were probably 5 of the groom's family and 5 of the bride's family, and perhaps they didn't all get along, but the wedding was orchestrated so that they could be put together and be able to make friends. And that didn't happen. Didn't happen strong enough to where that the 5 who sent the others away to buy the oil didn't just say, let's just wait here for the groom and we'll see what we can do to make everything work. Perhaps the groom has extra oil, but that never occurred to them. If anything, it seemed as though they were trying to um, get them out of the whole event and sent them off into the dark with no oil in their lamps to buy oil for themselves. And all because there may not be enough was the word, lest there not be enough for you and us also. Isn't sharing like that? Isn't it always a circumstance that every time you share, gee, is this going to cut me short? Is this, maybe I'll need this later. There may not be enough for me to share. Really. The scholars got this parable wrong. I believe it with all my heart. But if they got this wrong, maybe it's the time to relook at the parables. Jesus said there's a healing that the parables offer. He says, hearing they do not hear and see, they do not see, lest they hear and perceive with their heart and mind, and I heal them. There's healing in these parables when they are understood properly. I hope this has been a benefit for you today. Please like, share, and subscribe. I thank you for your time.